Our third inductee led the MSU Denver Roadrunners men's basketball team on a historic run from 2010 to 2014. He earned the 2014 NABC Division II National Player of the Year and holds MSU Denver's career marks in free throws made and minutes played. Through all the highlights of his career, his teammates and coaches respected his humility and the sense of pride he took in being an MSU Denver Roadrunner. During BJ's time at MSU Denver, he played in 2 national semis, 1 national title game, losing 74-73. I know, I'm sorry to bring that up, might be a sore spot. And also won 3 consecutive NCAA regional titles. Ladies and gentlemen, our third inductee of the evening for the RMAC Hall of Fame, class of 2025, is MSU Denver's Brandon Jefferson. Let's take a look at the video.
The history of the men's basketball program at Metro State University Denver is as good as it gets. The Roadrunners ranked 3rd all-time in Division II history with a .692 winning percentage.
Well, I was fortunate to come in when it was just starting to go. Obviously, Mike Dunlap was the great conductor. I think Coach's 2nd or 3rd year, he was in the national championship, so it went really quick. And then from there, word gets out and, you get better players and the program was established. But it started from a place where it was modest.
That modesty turned into nearly 2 decades of dominance, with Clark the leader from 2010 until 2017. With a vision of building off the past success, he needed a point guard to make that happen, and Brandon Jefferson was the guy.
You always want to have a feel for what a point guard looks like at that level, So the funny thing with BJ is, as you mentioned, he was recruited, but no one pulled the trigger on him. It was hard for me to understand why he wasn't signed because, one, he had tremendous grades, comes from a very good background in terms of parents, just a very stable young man away from basketball, the kind of guy you want to be around.
A solid freshman campaign laid the foundation for one of the top scorers in program history.
The biggest thing and the theme that we're probably going to talk about a lot is development over the course of 4 years. But I think the biggest single thing of why he had impact that first year is he had opportunity. He played 29 minutes as a freshman. So usually on an established program where, you're used to winning and you have a lot of success, you're kind of going to wait your turn, coming in as a freshman.
His junior year, everything clicked when conference, regional, and national honors started to roll in as the Roadrunners made a run to the national title game, setting the foundation for one of the greatest seasons in conference history.
In the RMAC, you go Friday and Saturday, and a lot of times you will have to travel. And so you get in at 2 or 3 in the morning and get ready for a game the next night at 7 o'clock. Really tough. So oftentimes we do our film work late into the night. So it wasn't unusual to come down, get a coffee, and see BJ with another teammate getting a workout in.
That senior season resulted in another trip to the Final Four, as well as being named the Conference and Regional Player of the Year, earning Region Tournament MVP honors, and being named the Division II National Player of the Year by 3 separate publications.
And BJ, to his credit, took pride in, being at Metro State. And even after he left, it's prideful to have a degree from Metro State. And he's very appreciative of the people that he met along the way in this journey. I don't want to speak for him because he's going to speak for himself, but he carried himself in a fashion where he was appreciative.
His senior season average of 21.6 points per game still ranks number 1 in program history. He also still holds the top spot for career free throws made, and you can still find his name in several conference all-time lists, including number 5 for free throw percentage in a season.
BJ, I just want to tell you that I'm proud of you. There are certain days where you didn't think that you would make it through the program. We may have butted heads here or there, maybe a couple times, but I'm so proud of just the man you've become. I'm obviously proud of your basketball accomplishments, but the father, the husband, I tell you what, this is your day. I hope that you enjoy it and realize the gravity of this moment. because you earned it, man.
Congratulations to MSU Denver men's basketball player Brandon Jefferson, a member of the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference Hall of Fame class of 2025.
And please welcome Brandon Jefferson to the stage.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I just want to say, first of all, I want to thank God for first and foremost, because without him, I wouldn't be here. I don't have any notes like everybody else, but I just want to say thank you to my family, all my friends, my support system, Coach Clark that you've seen right there. I'm just going to start from the beginning. I'm Coach Clark's first recruit. I signed there July 4th and going into 2010, so school starts the next month. So I'm his first recruit. Like I said, I thank God for my dad working for the airlines. I flew free, so every time I got homesick on the weekend, I would fly back to Dallas, Texas. And I wouldn't even tell coach. I would just leave right after practice on Saturday morning and come back Sunday night. That helped me a lot because, obviously everybody on the team was 21 and older and I'm 18, so I didn't really connect with a lot of my teammates at first. So I just had to be around, my family and everybody at home. But going through my first year, we had the assistant coach that lived on our floor, so I would go out and party. Like Coach was saying, we would play Friday, Saturday. So one time I got caught Thursday night going out. It was snowing, and our assistant coach is coming out the gates, and I try to hide under a car. And, yeah, so he's like, Brandon, I see you, just go ahead and get up. So, my heart dropped, so I'm thinking, man, I'm about to get kicked off the team as a freshman already. But there's a lot of stories I can tell you like that. But, Coach Clark, he stuck with me throughout the years. I remember Coach Dunlap coming to a couple of practices, and just really giving a lot of knowledge to us, giving us a lot of strength and courage, just keep working hard. And what I learned from Metro is doing difficult creates natural separation. So doing difficult every day, that's what we did. Waking up at 4:45, practice at 6 a.m. Those build character, you get used to it. Sometimes I'll go to bed at 1 o'clock, get up at 3 hours later and still have enough energy. But when, 2:30 that class came, I'll be cooked. I'll be sleeping in class. But, that's just what came with it. But, throughout the years, sophomore year, we made another big jump. I continued to be a leader. I grew as a leader. Junior year, obviously, you see we lost in the national championship. That still hurts me to this day. We had a 17-point lead at halftime. And obviously they came back and, I missed a free throw probably with 45 seconds left. We was up one, missed a 1-and-1, missed the free throw. We got the offensive rebound, then our big man got fouled. Then he missed the free throw. And then we came down, I fouled the guy, he hit both free throws, and we missed on the last shot. So I think that drove me to become, the National Player of the Year my senior year, because I got back in the gym and started taking free throws a lot more serious. I had a game my senior year where I shot 19 for 19 from the free throw line. So just having that failure helped me, become the player I was my senior year and become the National Player of the Year. But I have to thank my teammates. I wouldn't be here without my teammates. They put me in the right position. Mitchell McCarron, Nick Kay. I had a lot of great Australian teammates. So I just got to thank them. They're not here right now, but I got to shout out to all of them across the country that, helped me do that. And obviously, after I graduated Metro, I went as a pro overseas. My first year was in Finland, and I just came back from France 3 weeks ago, and I finished my 11th season as a pro overseas. So, thank you. Thank you. I've been offered head coaching job or assistant coaching jobs at West Virginia, but I still want to play. Hopefully, I have a good 3 more years left. So we'll see what my wife says. We'll see what she says. But, my daughter was actually born in France, so that was a blessing, too. So I actually I got to thank my wife, so let me rewind. I met my wife at one of my teammates' weddings. She was a bridesmaid, and I just happened to go to the wedding, and, she was making her rounds, and I was like, I might as well shoot my shot. And then, 7 years later, we get married in Dallas, Texas, and we had 3 beautiful children. And, I just got to thank her for being the backbone of the family. So, she hears me complain a lot, but, she always keeps me level-headed and humble because, they can all be taken away at any time. So I want to thank you for that, Brittany. Thank you for being a great wife. And I want to thank Coach Clark again, man. He became like my second father, being away from home. My dad, he said, no matter what, you're going to leave Texas to go to college, And here comes Coach Clark. I'm his first recruit, and, he took me in. I also got to thank Missy Lane Becks back there. She was my mentor. When Coach Clark would cuss me out, I would go crying to her office. And I would just, and she would just, tell me everything's going to be all right, So I got to thank you for that. Thank you, I love you. Thank you for all you've done. Eric's back there, Coach Jared Oates, and Coach Debbie Hendricks. She would hear me getting cussed out in the office. Next, because the volleyball coach, or the volleyball office and the basketball office, we combined, so she would hear a lot of craziness going on. So I just want to say thank you for everything. I got to thank Joan McDermott. She saved my life a couple times when Coach Clark was ready to kick me off the team. And so I want to thank you for that. And, congrats to all the nominees, all the people that got nominated tonight. And, God bless, and everyone have a great night.